My sister kept sneaking into my apartment like it belonged to her. She opened my mail, used my stuff, dug through my drawers 23 times in 6 months. Can you imagine looking at your own home and realizing it's not yours anymore? Not because of a stranger, but because your own sister, the one you love, was systematically erasing you from your own life. And that's how I ended up at a police station at 3 a.m., finally ready to fight back. The very first time I felt it, that chilling realization that my Boston apartment wasn't truly mine anymore. It wasn't some dramatic break-in. No strange faces in the hallway, no phantom footsteps behind my door. No, it was far more insidious. It was quiet, subtle, and somehow that made it infinitely worse. I walked in, and there it was, a lamp glowing that I knew, absolutely knew, I had turned off. The air hung heavy with a sweet, floral scent, someone else's shampoo, clinging to the steam still fogging my bathroom mirror. My favorite throw blanket? Folded. Not just folded, but perfectly folded, with those tight corners, those crisp edges, exactly the way my mom folds blankets. It was like the room itself had been corrected, polished, while I was out living my own life. Outside, Boston was doing its thing. Tires hissed on the wet pavement. Somewhere down Boylston, a siren wailed, then faded into the night. But inside, I just stood there, keys still clutched in my hand, listening. Listening for anything, any sound, to confirm the sickening suspicion building in my gut. Nothing. Just the low hum of the building, the faint rattle of the heater, the soft, shaky hush of my own breathing. I tried to dismiss it. I told myself I was just being dramatic. Exhausted. That I was the kind of person who notices every tiny detail and then, well, imagines the rest. But I wasn't imagining it. Not at all. By the time this whole nightmare was finally over, my younger sister, Claire, had let herself into my apartment 23 times. In 6 months. I didn't count them at first, you know? I'm not that kind of person. Not until I had to. Not until my entire life started feeling like someone else was editing the script behind my back. It took a while for the pattern to sharpen, to become something absolutely undeniable. A credit card statement, left inside its envelope, now sitting open on my counter like a gaping mouth. A package, addressed specifically to me, slit cleanly down the side. A brand new bottle of olive oil, already half empty, even though I hadn't cooked all week. My pajama drawer, just slightly askew, like it had been shoved shut too fast by someone who simply didn't care. You know, what are you doing while you're listening to this? For me, right then, I was curled up on my couch, a mug of chamomile tea growing cold in my hands, still in my work clothes, shoes kicked off, staring at the peephole like it might blink back at me. I'm Marin. I'm 32 years old, and I work as a project coordinator for a logistics company downtown. The kind of job where everything's a deadline, and every single mistake has a number attached to it. People like to joke that Boston makes you tough, that you either grow a backbone or you freeze. I honestly thought moving into my own place would be the moment I finally grew mine. I had this one-bedroom apartment in a mid-rise building, not too far from Back Bay. Close enough to walk to work when the weather behaved. Close enough to pretend I was the kind of woman who had her life all neat and settled. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.